Hello and welcome to this tutorial that walks you through how to take measurements from your vehicle and input them into the Racing Aspirations Suspension Geometry Calculator. Okay, the first thing to do is, the easiest thing to do is to set the suspension up at ride height. And to do this I've used paint pots and pieces of wood I found around the workshop. In order to find out the suspension ride height, I've got the chassis height here measured, which is 41 centimeters. I know I want the ride height to be 5 centimeters, so I've set the wheel to be 36 centimeters off the ground using this jack. And that's how I've been able to prop up the suspension. So I can take this off now, and then the wheel stays there, suspension stays, and I can remove the wheel to make life easier, just to get in there and have a look. So the next measurement is the distance between the upper spherical bearing and the stub axle, and that measurement needs to be taken along the line of the kingpin, which is the line between the upper spherical bearing and the lower spherical bearing. Luckily for me that is quite a simple job. I just get a vernier caliper, measure from the centre of this spherical bearing to the stub axle here, and that is roughly 111 millimeters. So now the stub axle length. This is quite difficult to do in one measurement, so I've got a way of doing it in two fairly easily. First is the distance between the face of the disc and the hub, which is 70 millimeters in my case. And then the distance between the face of the disc and the kingpin, 28 millimeters, which makes 98 millimeters as the length of the stub axle. To complete the upright dimensions, we need to take a reading of the camber. For this I'll use my phone and place it on the disc like so. Now let's enter these dimensions. Click on the pencil icon in the top left hand corner. Click on the form icon that appears below it. Click on the dimensions from vehicle. Scroll down to the upright section and select the spindle offset. Enter 111 as the dimension. Select the hub offset. Enter 98. And last of all, enter the camber reading, minus 3.9. It's always worth then double checking the value for the uprights, as the camber and these values are directly linked. So I'm going to reset these values. And save.